Hello my lovelies and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. Here's your daily tarot reading for the 12th of February 2024. And you probably don't recognize the deck that's on the table. This is from Roots to Blooms by Hailee Waitt. This is actually a brand new deck. I haven't had it very long. In fact, I've only used it once. And this is an oracle deck. I've been called to use this as well as use my ship tapestry. If you are familiar with my channel, you know this tapestry deals with embarking, spirituality, deep emotions, and quite a few other things. That's kind of fortuitous in a sense. And I will be using a different spread with this deck today. So bear with me. We're going to try something new since I've been asked to. We'll see how it goes. Okay, my lovelies, I am back, and our overall energy is blooms, abundance, authenticity, attraction. Between those three, authenticity is the most important. Are we being our authentic self? Are we expressing ourselves authentically? Are we being authentic in our daily life? How we react, how we respond, how we interact. And most of all, is that leading to a more fruitful, abundant, happy life that we are wanting, desiring, needing? And oh yes, as an empath, this is going to hurt. So yes, this includes me today, as well as probably some of you that were drawn to this reading. Okay. We're going to skip over here to the side. If you're not aware of this reading, we're doing this in a little bit different order today. But advice, we have leaves, receive, transmute, release. And perspective. Okay. Unfortunately, as people and empaths, more importantly, we have a tendency to absorb everything, not just all the input from the regular world and the spiritual realm as well, but from other people. We take on other energies, whether or not that is energy we should take on or should release, or in this case transmute. And yes, I will show this card again. Receive, transmute, release. All three of these words apply, because as empaths we do every single one of those, and our perception on what we get as input, what needs to be altered or what needs to be kept or just released back out into the world because we don't own it. It is not ours. It is not necessary. It's all a matter of perspective. And that is something that all of us as empaths have to work on constantly. Now, that's not to say that this is a empaths only reading. No, it's a general reading. It's just going to resonate a lot strongly for empaths than non-empaths, unfortunately. So for the non-empath viewer, watcher, this will still resonate, maybe just not as strongly. It'll be on a very smaller scale. I will warn you about that. So advice, yes, we need to be a little bit, I don't want to say the word aware, a little bit more precise and disconcerting about what comes in and what goes out and what do we keep, how we process our data, all the information flooding our system, internally, externally. There's many forms of connection, communication, and for those like us that are empaths are highly sensitized to the input. Also those that have things like ADHD, you are neurodivergent, you are sensitive to input. So our perspective on that and how we gauge the world, how we respond to it is all a matter of perspective. Okay, so we might be a little more sensitized, a little more overloaded, or needing to adjust our boundaries, how we perceive things, to tone things down or dismiss some of the input in order for us to function better for today. And that definitely goes with this tapestry if you are familiar with my channel. Okay, so obstacles. We're going to jump into our obstacles now. You don't need to be available to everyone. Your sensuality is sacred, not shameful. You are not responsible for the reactions, emotions, or behaviors. Okay, and this is your obstacles. Okay. Some people are not worth our time. And sometimes we have to realize you can't pour from an empty cup. We have to recoup, rest. And yes, that means certain boundaries have to be put in place. We have to manage our own energy levels, be responsible for ourselves first. And we're not going to show up in a way that everyone needs, when everybody needs us. And that doesn't mean that just because somebody needs us or wants us that we have to automatically give. Boundary issues. I mentioned this before. Okay. Now, since this is an obstacle and saying no may be difficult if we do, or if somebody's trying to guilt us, or has an adverse response to us shutting them down and saying, no, I must do this, or no, that's not my responsibility. No, that is not my energy. Hence this, you are not responsible for their reactions, emotions, and behaviors. You might have to deal with a confrontation, somebody lashing out, somebody not realizing that they are toxic or abusing your energy or ability, time. So for those that just don't like confrontation, have issues saying no, that might literally end up being your obstacle. Those that like to people please or have issues realizing that boundary needs to be there, probably going to make itself known. Okay. I'm going to probably have to read from the book. I was told to leave out the guidebook on this because it does have journal prompts. And your sensuality is sacred, not shameful. Yeah, we're going to read from the guidebook on this one. It's number 35, in case anyone was wondering. Of course, 35 reduces to 8, which in the regular tarot is the strength card. Fitting number. Your sensuality is sacred, not shameful. Sensuality encompasses more than just sexual physical sensations or experiences. It is the harmonious dance between our senses, emotions, and spirit that may be communicated through art, movement, intimacy, and other means that ignite the soul. Our sensuality is a fundamental component of who we are and a vital aspect of the human experience. It is not something to be ashamed of or suppressed, but rather cherished and celebrated. Overall energy, authenticity. Okay, sorry, I will keep going. Release any conditioning from your past that has labeled sensuality as shameful or wrong. Instead, honor your unique expression of it as a source of joy, pleasure, and self-discovery. And for those of you that want journal prompts or another layer to this reading, it does come with questions. How do you currently perceive and relate to your sensuality? In what ways can you cultivate deeper self-acceptance and love for all the sensual sides of yourself? What activities, environments, or experiences invoke a sense of sacredness and joy within you? Okay. Yeah, more than just the physical. This is about being authentically you. As I said, authenticity is the most important word on that Blooms card for overall energy. You are unique, so there's no point in feeling shame about being you. There's only one you. Okay, our blessings. And yes, I'm going to have to read out of the book here again. For card number 26, which also adds up and reduces to 8, which is the straight card. It says, take a deep breath. And it does have arrows pointing up and down. Trace down on the exhale, trace up on the inhale. In other words, take a deep breath. Count to 3. Hold it. Let it back out. Exhale. Take a deep breath. I will read that in a second. Let's get to the other cards. Blow on me and make a wish. Soil, grounded, sustained, at ease. Okay. This has been our blessings. Okay. And what I'm getting here is if we relax, if we take the time to find our center and be grounded, not just in our physical body and our senses, but our emotional well as all-encompassing with the rest, there's no reason that our hopes, our wishes, our dreams, our reality can't actually come to fruition, to be in the 3D world, can't have a foundation and a place to grow on its own. So number 26. Take a deep breath. Whenever you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or uncertain, pause. Plant your feet firmly on the ground to anchor your energy and establish a sense of stability. Now, take a deep breath. With each inhalation, invite fresh energy and vitality into your being. And with each exhalation, release stagnant energy, stress, and worries. Let your breath be a vehicle for surrender and letting go, and a constant reminder to be present, grateful, centered, and calm. For those of you that want the questions, what sensations do you experience when you take a deep breath? And what situations can you benefit from grounding yourself and taking a conscious breath? What intentions or affirmations would be helpful for you to pair with a deep breath? Like I said, there's more to you when you have everything aligned and to be calm. And I love the fact that they mentioned being centered in the world, because we do have the soil card here. This is you literally becoming anchored, grounded. You can ground yourself. You can anchor yourself. You do not have to be subject to the emotional whims or energies of others, let alone your own. You can actually find a centered spot in order to operate from, to observe and not absorb. That way you're not being tossed around all the time. You can become anchored. You can become grounded. An eye in the storm, as it were. And if you're an empath, that is the hardest thing to learn. And it is something that we dearly hope for, wish for, dream for. Why? Because having it, learning those lessons, and being able to utilize it all the time makes us feel normal, and it helps us navigate our world a little bit more in a way where we have that foundation and we can grow from it. Okay. are unexpected, and we have several cards here. We start with roots, depth, foundation, strength. I love the fact that this has foundation and we have strength, which is a reoccurring theme in this particular reading. Be human to the fullest. Hug yourself. You deserve tenderness. Make friends with change. If it's heavy, put it down, if only for a bit. It's okay to feel cracked or broken. That's where the water reaches the roots. Find your boundaries and hold them. Wave this card around to cleanse. Yeah, wave this card around you to cleanse. Nutrients, health, nourishment, vitality. Their opinions are a reflection of them. If it's out of your hands, don't keep it in your head. Doubt kills more dreams than failure. Okay. There's actually quite a lot here, and I do like it. And I keep mentioning a foundation to grow from, and it is definitely here. It's still here, because when we realize that we do have a way to be centered, grounded, a way to grow from, we can be authentic, we can be tender and nourish ourselves, we can embody that Empress, new beginnings energy to actually make the change that we want to see. And even if we struggle, even if there's obstacles, it's okay. We can still grow, we can still get a way around all the obstacles. But yes, boundaries are a necessity, and we're going to have to move them and rearrange them and find out where they are. Tear them down, hold them up. Whichever way makes it clear, makes it better, makes it to where we can still grow. Remember, if you strangle the roots of a tree or a plant, you can literally suffocate it. And you don't want to be suffocated by anyone else, an outside energy, too much input, your own emotions, somebody else's, or even the doubts, the fears, and the opinions of others. And I say that because we do have boundaries and we do have opinions here coming up. You know, if you can't control it, if it is not your energy, if it is not your opinion, it is not your truth, and it does not resonate with you, then don't hold on to it. It will strangle you. It will hamper your growth. And what you really need to do is nurture yourself, love yourself, care for yourself, tend to yourself. So get rid of doubt, or at least minimize it. Realize some of that's probably not coming from you. And probably another thing to receive, transmute, release. It's this leaves card we had in our advice with the change of perspective. Okay, they're wanting me to read card number 2, which is be human to the fullest. Out of all these cards, this is the one they're flagging me for, at least right now. Be human to the fullest. There are so many amazing aspects to being human. We feel a range of emotions, can connect with others, and are able to enjoy pleasure through our senses to explore the rich tapestry of life. Be present for every aspect of your humanity. Embrace your joys and passions, allowing them to ignite a fire within you. Honor your sorrows and challenges, knowing that they offer opportunities for growth, resilience, and compassion. Lean into your desires and dreams, as they are whispers of your soul that guide you towards your fullest expression. Taste, touch, listen, smell, see, and feel the majesty, messiness, and the wide array of experiences offered to us in this earthly incarnation. And for those that like the questions, how can you more fully accept the spectrum of your emotions? What can you do today to connect to each of your senses? How does valuing all aspects of your humanness increase your empathy for others? Authenticity. Okay, yeah, we're gonna mention that. Okay. It's funny because I heard something long ago that I kind of felt was true, and that's that we're all houseplants with complicated emotions. We require sunlight and water. Yeah. We're houseplants with complicated emotions. And that tends to be true, and we are very much resonating with that. We are being authentic. We are wanting to experience life without interference, but not to be suffered by outside forces or overloaded with input. To not suffocate. To have the strength and foundation to grow where we are or grow where we need to be. Authenticity. Okay. And unfortunately, my ancestors did not say for me to do the numerology today, so I will be skipping the numerology. Okay. A real human experience. Trying to connect without being overloaded or oversensitized. To not take on energy that is not ours. Okay. And I apologize for my dog. He is going nuts upstairs. You probably hear them. Your astrology for the day, for those that like it. Moon in Pisces conjuncts Neptune in Pisces. Compassion, empathy, and sensitivity help you to connect with others. And you can be understanding and helpful in many ways. The moon also enters Aries. Your enthusiasm can help take the initiative with what you want, and you can take the first steps. Alright, my lovelies. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. Hopefully this reading worked. It was on the fly, something new, something different. Let me know. And if you like the deck, this is a new deck for me. So if you want to see, a deep dive, something more of it, please let me know in the comment section down below. And if you resonated with the reading, by all means, give me a big thumbs up. It's the quickest way to let me know that you received something valuable from this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.